The drama surrounding Iron Mike Tyson was never just about boxing. It was about a man so ferocious, so fearless, that he struck terror into the hearts of giants who thought their size alone would be enough to dethrone him. These weren't ordinary opponents. They were towering men with undefeated records, arrogant attitudes, and the belief that Tyson was just another fighter to outmuscle. But when the bell rang, it was always the same story. Mike only had one speed: destruction. By 1987, Tyson was in his prime. Kid Dynamite. The baddest man on the planet. Undefeated, unstoppable, a wrecking ball in black trunks. He'd already cleaned out much of his division, and now the giants came crawling out, convinced they could stop him. Among them was Tony TNT Tucker, a fighter literally 2 heads taller than Mike. He was no slouch either. Undefeated, 34 wins, 0 losses, with a reputation for power and skill. He'd even knocked out Buster Douglas, the same man who would later go down in history as Tyson's nightmare. The fight was set for the undisputed championship. And from the opening bell, Tyson came out like a tank, hurling iron fists without fear of Tucker's size. His left hooks cracked like gunfire, his body shots sounded like baseball bats. But Tucker wasn't just tall, he could box. He absorbed the storm, fired back, and even mocked Mike. He taunted him, stuck his tongue out, treated the king of boxing like a child. It was arrogance of the highest order, but everyone watching knew the truth. You don't play games with a lion. Tyson's eyes burned with fury. He pressed forward, hammering Tucker round after round, each punch a warning. Tucker tried to stand tall, but the kid had more dynamite than TNT. The rounds piled up, and Tyson's relentless pressure ground Tucker's cockiness into dust. When the final bell rang, there was no question. Tyson remained undefeated, the undisputed champion of the world, but the giants didn't stop coming. Next in line was Michael Spinx, another undefeated fighter, another so-called Goliath. Spinx wasn't just tall, he was decorated. The former undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. A man with skill, precision, and pride. Even Muhammad Ali himself showed up to witness the clash. The arena buzzed with anticipation. This wasn't supposed to be a fight. It was supposed to be war, but the war never came. From the opening bell, Tyson charged like a predator let off the leash. He showed no fear, no respect, just raw power. Spinx tried to stand his ground, but the punches came too fast, too brutal. In less than 90 seconds, the giant fell. Tyson's fists turned a decorated champion into a man laid flat on his back, staring at the lights, wondering what hit him. That single round shattered Spinx. He retired immediately, never to fight again. That's the Tyson effect. He didn't just beat opponents. He erased them. Then came Mike Jameson, a towering colossus who believed his sheer size would crush Tyson. He swaggered into the ring confident, convinced that a small man like Mike couldn't dent him. But within seconds, Jameson realized he wasn't in with a man, he was in with a storm. Tyson's body shots thudded like hammers against steel. His uppercuts rattled Jameson's skull. Jameson fought back, but to Tyson, his punches felt like mosquito bites. Mike tore him apart, punch after punch, until finally the giant crashed to the canvas. Tyson had once again proven size meant nothing against pure violence and precision. But perhaps the most telling of Tyson's encounters came against Terrell Biggs. Biggs was massive, with the kind of reach and frame that made him look like he belonged on a basketball court. Before the fight, he mocked Tyson openly, claiming he'd treat him like a child. "I'll beat him like I'm his dad," Biggs bragged. The arrogance was thick, and Tyson heard every word. When the bell rang, Biggs used his size well at first. His jab kept Tyson at bay. His long reach frustrated the shorter fighter. For a moment, it looked like the giant might actually control the fight. But arrogance is a dangerous drug. Biggs got comfortable, too comfortable. He dropped his guard, tried to humiliate Tyson in front of the crowd. And that's when Mike unleashed hell. Left hooks, right hands, brutal combinations that tore through Biggs' defense. In the 5th round, a thunderous hook dropped Biggs to the canvas. Tyson swarmed him like a predator smelling blood. Seconds later, it was over. Biggs crumbled, humiliated, his words buried under the rubble of Tyson's fists. And then there was Mitch Green. Mitch wasn't just a boxer, he was a street legend, a gang leader with a big mouth. He promised to crush Tyson, threatened to kill him in the ring, swore that Iron Mike would regret stepping into his world. But Tyson never played the war of words. His language was violence. From the opening bell, he pummeled Green, his punches snapping the man's head back like a rag doll. Round after round, Green absorbed punishment, his face swelling, his spirit breaking. Tyson didn't just beat him, he dismantled him. The decision was clear. Tyson victorious, Green humiliated. But Mitch wasn't done. His pride wouldn't allow him to accept defeat. 2 years later, he staged an unofficial rematch, not in a ring, but on the streets of Harlem. Green confronted Tyson outside a store, and without gloves, Mike delivered one of the most brutal punches of his life. One right hand, and Green dropped, his eye swollen shut, his face destroyed. No referee, no bell, no judges, just the raw reminder that Iron Mike was not a man to trifle with. Time and time again, giants stepped forward, armed with arrogance and belief in their size. Time and time again, they crumbled. Tony Tucker, Michael Spinx, Mike Jameson, Terrell Biggs, Mitch Green, each one convinced they could outmuscle the king. Each one left broken, battered, or retired. What made Tyson terrifying wasn't just his power. It was his fearlessness. He never saw size. He never saw intimidation. He saw targets. His fists were weapons of war, his movement explosive, his eyes cold. Against him, arrogance was suicide. Iron Mike Tyson carved a legacy that remains untouchable. The bigger they came, the harder they fell. And each fall added to the myth, the legend of a man who didn't just fight giants, he destroyed them. Even today, the highlight reels play like nightmares for those who dared to face him. The hooks, the uppercuts, the knockouts that ended careers. Tyson wasn't just a boxer. He was a force of nature. And no amount of height, reach, or bravado could save his opponents from the storm that followed once that first bell rang. Because when you stepped into the ring with Iron Mike, there were no second chances. There was only fear. Only chaos, and only pain. So what do you think? Could any of those giants have truly beaten Tyson in his prime, or was the outcome always inevitable? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more legendary stories from the world of boxing.